Alright guys, so I'm at the Thorong High Camp getting ready to do the Thorong La Pass. 5,416 meters. We're going to see if I can make that. It is such a cloudy day. So much fog.
So we left the high camp and it was very cold that morning. Definitely below freezing. It was a very foggy, somewhat gloomy day outside, but I did not let that discourage me because I was really determined to get over the Thorong La Pass and prayed that today would be the day and that I would not have to go back.
Oh, it's snowing a little bit up here. Just a little bit. Looks like I'm coming up on the pass. Look. There it is. Way over there. It is such a privilege to be here at the Thorong La Pass. Not everybody makes it here. Now it's time to begin the long journey back down to civilization and oxygen. Trying to get to Muktinath today. That's the road to Muktinath right there. So I am on my way back down. I had a porter carry my bag up to the pass, but after the pass, he stopped, so I had to take over. Luckily, I only have to go downhill from now on, but the weight of the backpack makes things really difficult on the back. Makes it harder to breathe, but it's only going to get easier to breathe from this point on out.
I was excited to know that I had reached the peak of elevation for the whole trek, and that the hardest part was over. It was all downhill, which was in some ways a relief, but I found that going downhill could actually be more strenuous than going uphill because it could cause pain to the knees. It was warming up outside, though since we were approaching noon and it was going to be the afternoon soon, the winds were really starting to pick up. The winds at that elevation could be very, very strong. I've heard they can reach 100 kilometers per hour, but that did not seem to stop me. I kept gradually going down with the backpack on, and even the weight of the backpack was not enough to hold me back. As we headed down, it was gradually getting a little bit warmer, and while we were still very far away from civilization, it felt like we were headed the right direction. In many ways, it felt like such a privilege to be up so high, where very few people get to stand. As we were going down, we could see different animals. We could see deer, we could see sheep, and of course, barren open wilderness. There were still no trees in sight, because we were above the tree line. It seemed that we would get back to them soon. As we went further and further down, we gradually saw that there were more and more shrubs, so we could tell that oxygen was on its way back. Muktinath was still a long way away, and the trek from Thorong High Camp to Muktinath can be a leap of faith because it's 15 kilometers, and it takes a very long time to get there, and there's not really any place to stop on the way to Muktinath, so you want to start very early in the morning, like 5 a.m., and you want to get to Muktinath before dark. I may recommend take a torchlight with you in case it gets dark before you reach the town. I did not bring a torchlight with me, but I did realize that I was losing time. It was already 4 p.m., and I was still several miles away from Muktinath. I knew the sun would set at a little bit after 6 p.m., so I knew that I had to start walking faster. I did crank up the pace, but I did see that we were getting closer and closer to Muktinath. I could see the town off in the distance, and I knew that I was about to make it there.
Alright guys, I made it to Muktinath. Feels great to be here.